If one villain can't get it done, maybe 6 can.
And that makes 6.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Sinister Six members in Marvel Comics.
The Sinister Six!
I know what you're thinking. How do you do a top 10 with only 6 people? Well, thankfully, there have been more than 6 members of this sinister group, so never fear.
Go team!
For this list, we're looking at villains who have had memberships within the group, regardless of any slight name changes to that group throughout history. We're also counting all media as canon. And that means comics and cartoons are all fair game.
Good luck to you all. Thank you.
Great.
Number 10, Scorpion.
Make way for the Scorpion!
One of Spider-Man's oldest enemies, Mac Gargan was once a private investigator hired by J. Jonah Jameson to follow Peter Parker in order to finally get Spider-Man.
I'm headed for Peter Parker's house. He's a newspaper photographer, always shooting Spider-Man.
However, when he failed, Gargan was made into a test subject for an experiment by Farley Stillwell and given a suit and powers needed to destroy the web-slinger.
I ain't nobody's weapon but my own.
Driven mad by the whole process, he ultimately blamed the hero for his fate and vowed to destroy him, finding strength within the Sinister Six in the 90s cartoon series.
Eat acid, Spider-Man!
Number 9, Sandman.
Sorry, Spidey. Was I supposed to wait my turn?
Once a mere escaped convict named Flint Marko, he gained superpowers after he stumbled upon a nuclear testing site. His body turning into living, shape-shifting sand, he took on new, criminal activities. However, he soon grew to loathe Spider-Man after the hero repeatedly put a stop to his plans. One of the original villains who came together to put an end to the friendly neighborhood web-slinger, Sandman has since dabbled with redemption and has found some common ground with Spidey in various storylines.
I'm not asking you to forgive me. I just want you to understand.
Number 8, Hobgoblin.
You boys are having so much fun. I hate to bust up the party, but I will anyway.
Like the Green Goblin who inspired him, the Hobgoblin persona has been handed off several times over the years. But it was the incarnation created by Jason Masondale who went sinister.
Mutant genetic research. Computer, open wide.
A mercenary who was too violent for his former CIA bosses, he used his new identity to gain power in the criminal underworld until Spidey put an end to his upward climb.
Why does my business with you keep getting interrupted, Landon?
Furious, he joined the second incarnation of the villainous team, and in doing so, injected new life into their organization.
Come on, suckers! Be seeing you!
Number 7, Kraven the Hunter.
No prey escapes Kraven.
This villain, otherwise known as Sergei Kravinoff, is a madman obsessed with proving himself the greatest hunter in the world.
Dare strike me, you scale-ridden simpleton!
It wasn't long after Spider-Man appeared in New York that he found himself drawn to hunt this powerful new prey.
The pack wears prey down for alpha male to crush.
Surprised to discover that he was not able to take down his latest game, he joined up with the Sinister team, with the understanding that he would be able to retain the opportunity to make the kill himself. Of course, his eventual demise meant a relatively short-lived but memorable run with the team. Number 6, Chameleon.
And now for the final kill, Spider-Man!
Appearing from the very first Spider-Man comic, and the half-brother of Kraven the Hunter, Dmitry Smerdyakov had taken up his own supervillain identity as a master of impersonation and disguise.
Aren't you a handsome gent?
After Spider-Man foiled the criminal's endeavors in America, he decided to take part in the family goal of ridding the world of the meddling web-slinger, where his talents and affinity for mind games proved an asset to the team.
Oh, you poor dear. Ready for the end? My pretty!
Number 5, Rhino. What is it with Spider-Man and mad Russians? Well, it was the 60s after all. A Russian mob enforcer, Alexei Mikhailovich agreed to an experimental procedure that would bind him to a powerful substance.
Tickles.
Rhino then found himself constantly opposed by Spider-Man, only to regularly lose due to his focus on physical power over brain power.
I don't think I can fit, and I don't do good in tunnels.
Always finding himself on the losing end of these battles, Rhino eventually saw the value in having a team of brains to back up his brawn.
Just like old times.
Only now we're kicking his tail.
Number 4, Mysterio.
Now let's disappear.
What would a supervillain roster be without the help of a disgraced special effects wizard dressed as an extraterrestrial? You don't have to answer that.
The plot seems clever enough. The climax ought to be intriguing.
Anyway, Mysterio used the skills he learned in the movie business to trick hapless victims, and he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for Spider-Man and his pesky Spidey sense, which rendered many of his tricks and illusions moot.
A bit too soon to gloat, Spider-Man.
Well, you are the expert on premature gloatilation.
We shall see.
Seeking to take out the one man who routinely foils his plans, Mysterio and his fishbowl have been a steadfast member of several incarnations of the team.
Mysterio! I'm using that stupid fishbowl of yours as a snow globe.
Not if you can't find me.
Number 3, Electro. Max Dillon was once a simple electrical worker before a freak accident gave him control over electricity, instead of, killing him. Before long, he found intense pleasure in the power his new abilities provided him.
Please, Max, you don't have to.
Enraged by his defeat at the hands of the web-slinger, Electro was more than happy to join up with other bad guys.
You only got 5. Now who needs a math lesson?
One of Spidey's most popular and enduring enemies, he has also appeared with shocking regularity in various incarnations.
And I guess it was a shock for Electro to lose to me.
Number 2, Vulture.
The Vulture.
Love the idea of an old guy flying around attacking the young?
What?
Once a merely old and frail inventor, Adrian Toomes uses technology to grant him flight, renewed youth, and vitality.
Oh, no, don't, wall weasel.
When Spidey interrupts his plans to seek revenge on the corporate vultures that ruined him, he took up arms alongside the rest of the 6 to peck down the wisecracking do-gooder once and for all.
I said no!
Before we reveal our top pick, here is an honorable mention.
The Shocker is alive.
Number 1, Dr. Octopus.
Do not call me that.
Hey, if the name fits.
We finally get to the Master Planner, the genius who created the original team.
Any last words?
Dr. Otto Octavius was once a good man, before his harness invention made up of powerful mechanical tentacles corrupted his mind.
Will you crush his skull or simply impale his heart on your horn?
Realizing that, like his many arms, the more the merrier, Doc Ock decided to recruit minions to help him take out his greatest adversary.
I'd rather introduce to you my new associates.
Sure, leaders of the Sinister Six have come and gone, but Doc Ock has regularly pulled the strings and served as the brains of the outfit.
If you were a true leader as I am, this outcome would have been all too obvious.
Do you agree with our list?
I kinda prefer Electro.
Which member of the Sinister Six is your favorite?
The lizard!
For more exciting top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
But you must all agree to follow me.
To the end of the earth, boss.